Hello. We could not sit at home. We were watching the radar and it told me I had 3 hours or so before the next big storm. So I figured let's catch the break here and try to get out for an hour or two. Last time I was on this lake, we didn't catch much, so I figured time for a vengeance. Pike is open here. Let's cast a few times and see if we could get one. What we're gonna do is, I do have all the lures from that simple fishing box, but being this lake, the most successful thing I ever use on this lake is the MEPS 5 Aglia followed by a pink fox. So I figured let's crank a new one open and start the season, and from there see if we could catch a fish. Cast a few times. Now I'm noticing my depth finder's not working again. What a piece of junk. But I do have my maps, and I do know right around these buoys here is a few nice big holes that drop down to 15-20 feet or whatever. And this time of the season, it's going to be a slow retrieve over the holes, and maybe I could pull some sucker up. Let's start and see what happens. First cast of the year. I come to this lake because over the years a lot of our boats are parked on this lake and stuff, so it's just a convenient lake close to home. I live really close to the zone 16/17 border, which gives me a bit of privilege. And here's the rain. So yeah, we come to this lake. It's been known to be a pretty good lake, but sometimes it's slow. We'll see what type of day today brings. Now when I cast here, the weeds already, I'm pulling them up, they're pretty high already this early in the year. So what I try to do is I don't let the MEPS sink at all. I basically, right when it contacts water, I put some tension on the line and try to keep it just under the surface and above the weeds. I really hope they start that boat. Otherwise I'm gonna have to stop fishing and go tow them to shore. Come on, buddy, get it started. I would say I'll troll further up, but I don't think I should move too far from these guys over here. I got a strange feeling they're gonna need some assistance. Alright guys, we're gonna move this handlebar first and foremost so you guys can see what I'm saying. What we're gonna try now is this XRM jerkbait. I think this one came out of that Warriors tackle box if I'm not mistaken. But with this one, with the ball bearings inside, little rattle, see what happens. Obviously, being a jerkbait, how quick you jerk it, how fast you keep the action in the water, all really depends on the way the fish are, the mood they're in that day. It is extremely cold. The water temperature is extremely cold. So the fish, I don't anticipate, are moving very quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast this one out, give it a few seconds to sink a bit, and then just do slow little jerks. And then in between, not everyone, but sometimes everyone, sometimes every second or third jerk, I'm just going to let it hover there and float in the water. And sometimes it's that still action that'll stimulate the bite. So maybe we'll get lucky with this one now. Now you always get the best action in the water without the leader on there, with just a little swivel or whatever instead of the big metal leader. But realistically, fishing for pike, it's a gamble whether his tooth is just going to shear that line right in half. So I leave it on. Still works. Alright guys, so up to this point we've been fishing on the edge of the weed bed and the drop off for the holes, trying to see if we could find one of these suckers. Tried in the hole, above the hole, in the weeds, around the edge, all around. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually letting it drift me in just a little bit shallower to where the bigger weeds are, and in case they're hiding up in there. And what I'm going to do is once my jerkbait starts being affected by the weeds too much, I'm going to switch to plastic with a weedless hook and run it through the weeds, see if I could Stir something up. Every cast is a little different, different action, different speed. Sooner or later you'll find the right one that triggers that puppy the way you want it. Alright guys, we got the Jerky J on a weedless hook. Nice little swimming action. You could jerk it. I think this is a lot more appealing than that other one was. Might be a little harder to hook a dink, but maybe it's more appealing for the big mamas. So I'll be switching back and forth between jerking it around, cranking it. Like I said, different action every cast almost until you find something that really works. Alright guys, we relocated a bit here. This is the spot I caught my largest pike on this lake with the MEPS. So I decided, let's give it a shot. It's so cold, my feet are blue. I just want one fish for me and for you. Oh, Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please give me a fish. Before the storm comes, I need a fish. I didn't drive here for jackish. Should I try a countdown? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, countdown didn't work. Ernie and Bird it? Okay. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Oh, I better grab the forceps because I can feel it coming to my line tonight. Ugh. Alright. So when I catch the fish right now, I will at least have what I need to quickly unhook and release it. Alright, this is the cast. That's where the fish is. Oh, I heard the way that lure hit the water. It went kerplunk. Means there's a fish. Another thing, when I'm casting all around me here, I am trying to cover as much ground as possible, but one of the things I do is I try to cast in the same spot twice. Just the thought pattern there is that maybe the first time around I stirred them up or agitated them, and then the second time I go over is the one he strikes at. You never know. That's why you gotta switch up the game. Alright guys, I'm gonna move my ass all the way to the south end. We catch more over there, but they're all the small ones. That's why I didn't go there. But at this point, to break the ice, maybe that's what I need. But instead of just flying over there, I'm gonna get in this boating channel here where there should be a few less weeds, and we're gonna try to troll. See if I can troll and catch something in between here and the south end. Slow mode will set you to level 3. That's a bit fast. So pike, 2.5, 3 to 5 kilometers an hour. It's early in the season, so maybe they're slow. We'll do 3.5 roughly. See what happens. Now I know the rod holders over there go on the angle so you control and not hold the rod, which is fun to do in the deeper water, easier. But when I'm fishing these weedy, shallower lakes, I prefer to hold it in my hand because then I can feel when I snag a weed or there's an obstruction on my hook, then I'm not running half the lake with all these weeds and stuff, just ruining the troll. All right, we're at the very south here, and we got a little tiny bit of sun, and we're really sheltered from that breeze, so I feel a little better. I feel re-energized to catch this fish. So right behind me is a 13-foot hole. I'm sitting at about 7 foot flat. I got a 5-foot shoal in front of me that way, and a whole shitload of weeds there. So I'm just gonna keep scouring this area now. Well, everybody, while I sit here and continue to try to catch a fish, why don't you guys watch this little short clips of some of the spots on the lake, I guess. I'll just rip it around for 5 minutes. And we'll hopefully catch something by the time you're done and get back. Alright guys, we came over to the west shore. I just said, the heck with it, let's do it. Maybe we get some luck. But by the tango, I'm gonna say not. Rain, rain, go away. Come again another day. Kind of hoping this drifts me towards that line between 9 and 4 feet. I don't want to really drive into there because I don't know what's beneath me, and it's so dark out here with the clouds I can't see into the water, and we don't want to start off the season the same way we ended it, on a rock. So oh, got one, boys. It's about time. It's a little guy. Oh, we got one. Yay. Oh shit. Even worse. We don't want you, buddy. You gotta go back in. No good. I'll see you in a month and a half, okay? I'll see you in a month and a half. Bye. Sorry for that, buddy. I did not want to catch you. Darn. Couldn't you be the pike? Couldn't you be the pike? Give me a pike. Give me a pike. That's what I'm fishing for. A beautiful pike. I don't want to hear thunder. Oh, that's an airplane. Dummy. I'm so stupid. Alright guys, so we fished this west side of this lake quite a bit. Over there is how you continue on the Trent towards the next 5 locks, I think it was, before you hit Simcoe. If it was past May 24, I would have just taken the Seadoo across rather than driving, but it is what it is. So what I'm gonna do is, way back in the distance there's Confederation Bridge. I'm gonna just go to the other side of it, because then I'll be out of the south wind, similar to what it is here, and we'll cast a bit more. Not a very active day today, but we're still outside and the rain is stopped again, so we're pretty good. So I'll see you when I get over to that side. Let's do this. I know I've been using the MEPS all day, but when I'm cold and I'm not standing, it's the easiest thing to use. Less technique than anything else. Just change your reel speeds, keep it lower, keep it higher. That's about it. But as the season progresses and I don't have to wear 50 million layers, I stand up more, I get a little more brave with where I go, I could see better, and that usually turns into a few more fish. Got those buoys behind me. What I used to do on slow days to practice my aiming was aim at the buoys, see if you could get it within a couple inches. Not a bad little game to play, especially when you're with somebody on the boat. Put little bets on it, who could get the closest without touching. It's pretty fun, pretty fun. Alright guys, one more cast here, and then I'm gonna go to the east entrance or continuation of the Trent that takes us over to Kirkfield. I'm gonna cast there for literally maybe 5 minutes because it's already well after 4. I still need to do a heck of a mission to get this thing onto the trailer. I'm gonna have to be waist deep in this cold water. Oh, not looking forward to that. But at least I could cast there a few times and maybe get lucky. Alright, I'm gonna snap my fingers here, and then when I snap my fingers we'll be on the other side by the entrance to the Trent. Give it a few more seconds and maybe catch a fish. Let's go. Alright, we are at the east end here. When the Seadoo turns, you'll see a bit. I wanted to get further in there, but there is a boat in there, and realistically when there's only 2 boats on the whole lake, I don't think there's much of an excuse for me to get right beside them. But my understanding is all along here there's a lot of rocks and structure in the water, so if my depth finder worked I could tell you where I'm at, but I'm kind of blind today. Another thing about fishing this spot here, I could get into it because of the weather and the time of year, but come summer when the Trent is open, it's quite a busy passage here, and you would never be able to fish in peace, plus you would be obstructing all the big boats that are trying to get through, and it's just not an ideal place to fish. Alright guys, last cast, and we're gonna head over between the launch and that other bridge. That's extremely shallow, weedy water. Maybe I could pull a pike out of there. I've pulled quite a few dinks before. So let us see. Maybe we'll get lucky. Alright guys, I got the same dilemma that every other fisherman has. Well, I said I was going that way. Something told me to come in a little closer in here. I kind of wanted to face the other way. Look at all those rocks, holy. It's a dangerous place if you're not paying attention. But I wanted to come in one more try and see if I could get lucky. This is going to be so quick, I'm not even unmasking. 3 casts from now. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's supposed to be the last one. Oops. One more. Oh man, it's getting dark down there. Okay, this is the last cast. All right, at the count of 3, blink, And when you blink, we'll be over there. 1, 2, 3. Alright guys, so we're in the last spot here before I go back to the launch right over there and get soaked. It's already raining down there. And you got a million people fishing this bridge as always. I did a series last year that I never ended up posting for reasons I'm not going to get into. But in one of the, it was a 5-part series, and in one of the episodes I was over here shore fishing. This side is really shallow. On the other side you have the little channel there. I think it's the Talbot River or something, but caught quite a few pike and stuff from shore over there. So the odd time when we can't hit a boat, especially because the ice doesn't melt with the current, doesn't freeze as good with the current there, we'll often come here, cast for an hour just to see if we get lucky. The last time I was here, I filled a garbage bag full of garbage from the side here, and the problem is I didn't even touch 1% of what was laying everywhere. It was absolutely disgusting. Like, I understand this is a very, very busy bridge for panfish and everybody that just stands on shore, but there's no excuse for that. I think the ministry should just come and start ticketing everybody. Alright guys, well I guess that's going to wrap up this adventure. It wasn't a complete skunk show. We caught that one out of season bass, got him back in as quick as possible. Not very often we don't catch pike here, but that's okay. It's still very early in the season. I think it's a few weeks away before they really start pumping over here. Well, that's the trend I'm used to here anyways. And I think we're 13 days away from pike on Simcoe as well. So once we hit the 3rd Saturday of May, I believe, we'll be out on the Cook's Bay there, smashing our pike off the boat. All fun and dandy. So lots of big and fun adventures coming up. So for now, thanks for sticking by. Hopefully this video is not too boring. Hopefully maybe one of the things I've said or done in this video helps you out a bit, and go from there. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe. I'm really trying to pick the page back up since the name change, and we'll see you soon on the next adventure.